Thank goodness we don't have to play the Wild anymore. Hawks lose 3-1 to the Minnesota Wild. This one sucks. They actually played pretty well in this one. Kevin Lankinen made over 30 saves in the game. Defense played well. They held down the fort, kept the Wild off the board. The offense just couldn't score. So let's talk about it. So the first period was actually pretty close. Hawks playing well, Wild getting some shots, but with about 3.5 to go, Merrill gets a lead pass into the Hawks zone to Kevin Fiala, who slows it down. He's on the left side of the ice, comes into the middle, and gets a pass to Frederick Gaudreau, and he's open and fires it past Lankinen for a 1-0 Wild lead. And see on this play, the two defenders get a bit confused here with one Wild player cutting across in between the two. So they kind of don't know what to do. DeBrincat is coming in, but he's on the wrong side of where this place happens. So there's technically 3 Hawks on one guy, leaving Freddie Gaudreau wide open to just move in and fire a quick wrister, and he beats Lankinen. Got to give credit where credit is due. Wild had a nice play. They drawed it up, confused the defense, and was able to wrist one right past our netminder. So it'd be 1-0 Wild after the first period. The second period was tight, defensive, and there's nothing I really need to cover there, so let's go ahead and skip on to the third period. And about halfway through said period, after some more battling between the two teams, Hawks in the zone, Gustafsson carrying it into the zone, and drops it off for Strome, who then gives a touch pass back to Patrick Kane, who doesn't even look, doesn't even have it on his stick for any time. Just second he gets it, one-time pass over to wide open Seth Jones in the other corner of the ice. And Jones takes advantage of this. He moves in with the intent to shoot. And he waits, moves in, gets a good look on Cam Talbot, and roofs it past him to tie the game at 1. And, well, Hawks could not buy themselves a goal on offense, so they had to get their defense in there. Seth Jones, a rare goal scored, but it's valuable nonetheless. The game is tied. And then the worst play of the game, of course, happens with under 3 minutes to go. After a dump in, Kaprizov goes and chases it, finds a Matt Zuccarello open, but you know what? He sees a wide open Ryan Hartman with half the net open, one-time scores, and buries the Hawks for one final time. And Lankinen that was probably one bad play he had this game. He throws his stick in desperation pretty much. Doesn't matter. Goes in the back of the net. This one I don't put on as much as him as I do the defense, because the defense, if you watch the play again, Ryan Hartman comes in on the left side of the ice, and no one covers him. There's like 3 guys paying sole attention to Kirill Kaprizov that no one even thinks about covering Ryan Hartman, and it's an offensive collapse. And what is Langdon supposed to do? He's got basically a 2-on-0 there and a wide open net that, yeah. Bad. And this is how bad teams find ways to lose. They play well against good competition, and then at the last second, they just, the better team finds that one play that breaks down the bad team and ends their hopes of pulling off an upset. Greenway would put in an empty netter with under 10 seconds to go to reach the final score of 3-1, but this was a close game that the Hawks played pretty well. The defense, for the most part, had a good game, but that one defensive collapse at the end of the game is just unforgivable. The bad parts of our defense reared its ugly head right there, and I don't know what to say about that. That one is just tough to swallow, and, well, you got to move on. They don't play the Wild anymore this year, so 0-3-1, the record against them as well. I don't know what to say. And the even better part is that This is the first front half of back-to-back. That is going to be at home against the Jets, and just I don't know. That one's tough. That one is just you played well and you just couldn't get the W, and the better team won. And it's stuff like this that makes you realize just how tough it is to pull off an upset against a good team like this, especially when they can score out of their way out of situations. And, the Hawks only got about 22 shots on net. They need to get more shots on net. And Lankinen had over 30 saves. You letting up one goal while making over 30 saves is really impressive. So, he's going to break at some point. And the defense is going to break at some point. We need some more cushion. We need some more production from the offense, because the defense actually played well in this game. They were the better side between the offense and defense. Defense was better in this game, in my opinion. Yeah, this was just a tough one to take. I don't really got much else to say. They got the Jets, and then they fly out to SoCal to play the Ducks and the Kings. I'm actually going to be at the Ducks game, so keep your eyes peeled for that video. That'll be fun. And I'm not going to be alone that time. I'm going to be with family, so that should be fun. But yeah, after the long homestand, it's been a lot of road games for the Hawks, and it continues. Because then after the two teams in SoCal, in Anaheim and LA, they'll play Vegas. But yeah, this is just a quick trip back here for spring break. Got a couple videos in here, and then we'll be back into the apartment and the normal scenery you're used to. So I think that's all I've got for this one. So if you like this video, I highly suggest giving it a like button. And I'd appreciate it if you hit that big old red subscribe button. And, well, I'll see you guys in the next one.